George, you put your hat on and then you can't put your hat on.
There you go. That looks alright, doesn't it? I'm happy Sean likes it.
Well, hello everybody. If you haven't already guessed, George and I are back with another podcast after... I genuinely thank you to everybody that listened to the last one. Yeah, you want to slam that can down a bit harder.
I should have hit it a bit harder, sure.
You should have done, yeah, right. But thanks to everybody that showed all your support last time and asked for more, which, I was going to do one anyway, do another one, but I didn't know how it would go down. People absolutely loved it, which is nice. And everybody took it in the right way, that you just turn it on, go driving or you're at work or whatever, and just listen to us. And why not?
Yeah, so I will join you in a minute. I'm getting
George is just getting settled in here.
Yeah.
See, just to be festive, because that's that time of year.
Christmas time.
We've got an undecorated little plastic tree behind us.
There's not actually plugged in.
Which isn't even plugged in, right? So that's probably some sort of fire hazard anyway.
Yeah.
We've got Christmas hats on, looking like a couple of prats.
Tinsel.
Tinsel.
Yeah.
I had the hat and then the headphones over the top. George decided to try and put the headphones on and his hat over the top.
Well, yes, that's me
and
all
now,
over,
George, with your pom-pom at the front.
That's it at the front,
yeah,
isn't it?
You look like some sort of testicle head. Right.
Thank
now,
you very
anyway.
much.
But, so, good. Anyway, really nice to be back doing this, because I really enjoyed the last one.
It was a good crack, wasn't it? We had a good little
Yeah,
laugh.
we did, and that's what's nice.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. As I said, this isn't anything serious. This is just us just having a chat and about stuff.
Yeah.
Really,
But our rubbish, really. But
well, it is. Yeah. Some of it might be interesting.
you never know.
But,
so,
what
have you been up to then?
What recently?
Recently, yeah. Since we
last one.
did the last one, right, yeah.
Update. Channel-wise, we've done a fair bit of filming. I've had the 7, 8, 10 arrive.
You haven't. You joined the Blue Fork.
Great bloody acclaim by everybody for that.
Everyone loves the 7, 8, 10.
Apart from me, I don't, George. I like me 82.
I prefer 82s as well.
So there's two people saying that don't like them.
Yeah. 7, 8, 10, they're just... I know they're a little tractor. They're too small for me. They ain't got a long enough bonnet.
Yeah, but you can't handle the one you got.
Well,
so
I know, but...
No, but listen, all joking aside, I can see why people like them. Just a nice, compact, 6-cylinder tractor.
100 horse? Are they 100 horse? Roughly, aren't they?
Now, I remember, this is the thing. 7, 8, 10, 103 horsepower. Right. 7, 6, 10, 4-cylinder turbo, the one below it, 106.
Yeah.
It was 3 horse more, apparently, but obviously not with the lugging ability.
Yeah, no, not as much torque.
Not at all. But no, listen, I'm glad to have it. I am glad to have it. I appreciate it as a classic, and they were all right. But given the option, and I will put one in there at some point, put an 8210 in the shed. But I just know.
But why buy a 7, 8, 10 if you don't like them and you prefer an 8210?
Right, 2 reasons. Because I was at the right place at the right time.
Well, you were actually.
All right?
Yeah, to be fair.
And even I know when a deal's a deal, right?
Yeah, it's got to be done.
It's got to be done. So I had the deal. But no, secondly, and then listen, this is where, as I think I said on the last podcast, this has grown from a bit of a hobby into something that we have to consider. And I don't know, as I said last time, I said I don't actually know if the viewers and followers realise how much thought, time and effort is put into producing like the videos and stuff. Now, I'm not somebody, because there are a lot of YouTubers that do this, they really loved that last one, I'll do exactly the same again, and they keep doing the same thing because they got views.
Yeah.
I'm not. If I don't want to do it, I just don't do it. But I've got a real good following now that enjoy stuff with the tractors, watching me do repairs, servicing, stuff with them. And I thought, well, do you know what? Everyone keeps on about, when I've always asked the question, what classic track 7, 8, 10?
Yeah.
All right, well, tell you what, I wouldn't have gone out of my way to buy a 7, 8. But the chance was there. I took it, and I know a lot of my followers would enjoy it.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is there's a bit of thought in there, thinking, well, I'd like see a 7, 8. And at the end of the day, you know, I like a nice Ford.
Yeah,
10 Series.
Yeah. Doesn't really matter, does it?
It doesn't matter. And I thought, you know, we'll have a look at. So that's why I got it, George. Yeah. But anyway, enough of the poxy 7/8. What have you been up to?
Well, finally, after how long have I had that fast
track?
After what? About 9 months. I've had that fast track, and that JCB fast track 3170.
Yeah.
When I got it, it got I think there's about 20-30% tyres on the front and about sort of 30-35% on the back. So it needed tyres. I went subsoiling with it in.
Oh, you did?
In the summer. It just weren't putting the power down. So I knew I had to get tyres, and that's the sort of the big thing I've been doing recently is get the wheels off. Well, you know all about it because you and Wiggy, you come down.
I know all about it.
You do, mate.
Smooth as hair.
You just make a load of noise.
I just make all the noise.
Yeah.
Go on, carry on.
So yeah, you and Wiggy obviously sprayed the wheels up because they were atrocious, very rusty.
Well, I listen. All I'm going to say is I was the fixer.
Yeah, you know, like Bellboy, weren't you?
I
like,
was.
you know.
You're not the first person to say it. Somebody accused me of it. Me and old James Ward up at Ritchie Brothers. That's like Rodney and Delboy going around and have the deal on a tractor.
Yeah.
So Wiggy does a bit for me, and he's been in one or two vids, normally in the background. But
you recommended him to me.
I recommended him because and like I said, he did the blast and whatever. So you'd sorted out the tyres. And it all came together.
Come together.
And that's what it's all about.
She's back on tyres now and looks an absolute treat. You know, transport. Yeah, because the tractor as a whole was it's in good nick. The paint's all right. Yellow paint's all right. Some of the blacks, as usual with a fast track, it's gone rusty, lifting off. They're known for it, aren't they?
And if you haven't seen. Because this will go out after the video, so if you haven't already seen it on Talking Point, George has put a video up of that whole process. So go and have a look at that, because that that'll already be up by the time you're listening to this. But yeah, I mean seriously, George, and I will say, I don't like to, but I will say that I'd say choreography, but your how can I put it? Your selection of music and your editing.
I've always enjoyed. I've done a lot of them now.
And I do like George. Very good.
Thank you very much.
Very, very good. I mean
that means a lot. That does mean a lot.
No, generally I do. And again, I'll just go back to what I was saying before. It is that so. A lot of people would say about on YouTube, you don't understand the editing, and a lot of people don't. And why should you? No one's. I don't watch a film and I think, oh yeah, I bet that took them ages in the cake doing all that again. No, you don't. You want to just enjoy it.
You just enjoy it, didn't you?
But what I'm saying is, it's also then a pleasure knowing when you're doing this. There's double-edged swords. A lot of work, and you're like, oh, I've got to get this done. But then when you get that feeling of I'm pleased with that, and I hope they'll like it.
Yeah, they'll appreciate
the work gone.
Yeah.
That's always nice, George. It's always nice. But yeah, so fast track's looking well now.
She is, mate. Yeah.
Really well. It's sometimes you just can't put your finger on why it still looks a bit doggy, but then you do something, be that new tyres and wheels, whatever. It is like turning on a switch.
Yeah.
And it's like wow.
That's just transformed it.
Mate, mine used to tell me, he's a car dealer, and he used to tell me, you can polish a car, right? You can do it and I'm not talking on the forecourt. He used to say about selling a car in the papers. Used to sell in the newspaper.
I remember them. Yeah.
Saturday morning, you get all these phone calls. Is that old Cortina for sale, mate? And he'd say, "There's little things." And tell you what he used to tell me. He said, "You don't know." I said, "Yeah, she looks good. I don't know. Just still doesn't look new."
Yeah.
And he said, "All that was," he said, "clean windows. You know where you get your wiper marks, right? No, a clean windscreen, clean side windows, clean the windows, get them shiny, so they really, pop out. You've done all the polishing, you've polished the life out of it." He said, "But do you know," he said, "then you've got that number plate that's got a bit of moss or mould or fade, or in the corner of the indicator light. A
bit of water in it.
Clean all them out." He said, "If you can get into them, take them out, take the bulbs, clean in with a cotton bud or whatever." He said, "Now," he said, "that car is $1 million.
Yeah.
you only need to get 75 quid for it, but that looks amazing. No, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's that attention to
little
detail.
details, like
exactly, George.
Yeah.
And no, fast track look well now, doesn't it? See, a lot of people on your last video are asking, you going to put a linkage on it? And are you?
Yeah, I am. When I'm ready.
Yeah.
I did the video for...
5-minute job, was it, George?
No, exactly. About 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Saying, we've offered it up. It's going to fit. Got to do this, that and the other. Scoping the job out. I'll fill it when I get a chance. I haven't had a chance yet.
No, it's not the end of the world, is it, George?
No, of course it isn't.
Getting them tyres sorted out was a priority.
Yeah.
You know?
There's plenty of time for stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it all got to be done at once.
No, not at all, George.
You know.
Not at all, George. No. So, yeah, tyres are done. You did a couple of little bits like on the steps and that, where they starting to look a bit sort of, aged. You brought them just sort
blew
of
them in,
hubs and stuff.
Yeah.
Cab interior is tidy and that anyway.
Yeah, it's for 8,000 hour
You
tractor.
sorted that red light out on the dash, it, George?
It still blinks at me, lot,
Does
just
it?
so you know it's working.
Yeah, it's fine, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, but she's coming along. A few more bits to do on it, like to get it mechanically sound, but we're getting there.
And are you going to put that stupid straight pipe back on it?
No.
No. There you go.
No.
See, yeah, exactly. That's why I let it.
It's not.
It looks nice. It sounds nice as it is.
Yeah.
That's fine. Leave it alone.
I proved the point with that.
Yeah, you did.
That was all that video was about. Was
how bad your husband was, as ever. You proved that again, George. You never fail.
I don't have to prove it, do I?
No, we know. No, but it's right. It's just like funny for 10 minutes.
Yeah, but you don't want it on all the time.
No, and that's always the thing. People, turn up to a working day and they're like, it was a TW, and that had a straight pipe on.
Yeah,
that was brilliant. And they go away at the end of the night, and then the next day they go back to their office or they go back to their own tract. Just a straight factory spec tract, and they're telling everyone about this, how nice that's set.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Oh, mate, well, tell you what, you have that fucking next year.
All the time.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. It's all good fun, isn't it?
But no, she looks well, George.
Thank you.
Obviously, the other question is, have you done anything with, or are you doing anything with the old TW?
Poor old TW is from when I was playing with it 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I've literally took it off the plough this afternoon and parked it in the yard. That is all I've done with it.
Okay.
It's poor old, she's been sat there looking forlornly at me, thinking, when are you going to do anything with me?
And what? Obviously, things are a bit wet and that as well. But what? Have you got anything planned for that?
She doesn't really need anything. I mean, she got serviced full summer, so she's all good. All oils are changed. Although there is the odd bit of rot starting to take a little bit of hold, so I'm gonna have to,
Usual places now.
Yeah, on the cab.
Thing is, George, at that point, if you see it, you can literally cut them out.
Yeah.
And there's something to cut out and put back in, let in, sand it back, you've done it.
Yeah.
And at the same time, treat the inside of the, fill it with wax or such. You don't spray up inside and get along, because you can do it once you let them go.
That's the thing. There's been bits of rust on it since I bought it, so I've just been, every now and again, bit of spray
tractor, is it?
No, exactly.
But again, that's that whole put a bit of spray, just keeps the rust at bay. Don't let it really eat into it. 7/8, we know that wants work done on that cab.
Yeah.
But it's at the point that still there's enough meat there to let bits in and build up on what you got. Any further, George, and then you're into complete fabrication, of complete panels and stuff.
Yeah. Can of worms then.
That's right. It literally is. Literally. Oh, that's good. That's good. Because, people like to see the old TW, don't they?
Yeah. They love a bit of wood.
Which, for those that follow either me or George or both of us on social media, like Instagram and stuff like that, people know that I am quite big on it, as in I'm quite fond of Instagram. Now, I do like Instagram because it's just so easy. Put a picture up, put a video up, put a post on, as opposed to Facebook, which
there's no politics in it all.
No, there's no politics, and it takes like 5 years to load anything on Facebook. But you've now started, after me nudging and slapping you about a bit, you started getting back on Instagram.
Yeah, I've been off it for probably about a year, I think. But I've put a post on and I'll start putting a bit more on there again. Because like you say, it is got to be one of the best platforms.
I think so.
You know, for that sort of thing. Like,
and you were sitting on there that George and I, we ventured to Basildon, home of New Holland, didn't we?
Little day out, wasn't it?
Little day out, George, and so I don't think it's any secret, but the plan is that 2022, we met up with New Holland when we did that Michelin day, the track and time.
That was a good day.
That was a good day, wasn't it? But we met up with New Holland there, and to be fair, there's a very forward-thinking crew at New Holland in the social media and PR and that.
Yeah.
And because this is something again. If you nobody expects you to understand what goes on, but a lot of people will say things in the past like and we'll keep it specifically to what we do. Why are you always doing stuff with like JCB or New Holland or Michelin and that? Well, it's very simple. The companies you see us doing a lot with recognise that we've got a good sort of solid core of followers. And at the end of the day, it's all about numbers, isn't it? And they want to get their product in the front of people like that.
Yeah.
We, on the other hand, like to do interesting stuff for our followers, for you.
Yeah.
So if somebody's coming to us and saying, listen, we've got an event you can come to, or we can get you a piece of machinery to look at, we're not going to turn round and say no. And then we do 1 or 2 videos, they go, that worked really well. Got some good responses, and we want to do some more.
Yeah.
And to be honest, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
No.
And we had to say, we had some brilliant stuff with JCB, we've had some brilliant stuff, with the likes of Michelin and people like that, and all others over the the years and that. But it's growing, it really is growing, George, at a fast rate of knots. And I like that. And it's kind of the thing is, there are companies we may would like to work with, but if their PR division and their social media side is all up themselves, like, oh no, we work with this person, or we don't think you fit in with it, you're never going to have a good relationship with them.
No.
And whatever they've got, they're never going to have their heart and soul in the project. It's never going to shine.
No.
It's just like pushing, water uphill, isn't it? It's just terrible.
It's never going to work.
Someone that's like, we'd love to do something. Then you meet in the middle and you both carry it and run with it.
Bit of enthusiasm.
The enthusiasm, and that comes through on camera.
Yeah, because it does.
And that's why we like it. So, as I said, we found that with New Holland.
Yeah, we got on really very well, didn't we?
We did, and and to be fair, as you know, George and myself, and we've got a fairly long lineage with blue stuff.
Yeah.
Especially you in Pornhub, but but we do like the Fords, we do like the New Hollands, and the current stuff. So it just went hand in hand.
Yeah.
And as I said, I'm looking forward and hoping that with the situation where everybody's facing in the world at the moment, that we can get out and do stuff again. And I'm looking forward to it, because that's nice then to bring it to our followers.
Everyone else.
They see it. So hopefully you see stuff.
That's why we do what we do, doesn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. And the one thing that I don't even need to, sort of, I think tell the people, I think they realise this. With us, it's not about, maybe I'll get a discount on a tractor if I really say this is a really good.
Yeah.
Not us at all. If we like something and the company wants to work with us, we're happy to do it. If it's a product that we don't like and they say, oh, we're going to give you X amount to do that, or we'll give you a free set of coveralls or something, not interested.
You won't do it, I'll do it.
I won't. Yeah. That's it, yeah. If I turn down, George is straight in there.
George is straight in there.
Yeah, no, but you've never been like that, George. You're just beside. You never have been. And, it's... You can go down the whole, it's my integrity, and to a degree it is. But as we said before, we don't have to do it. No. Some YouTubers, fair few YouTubers, will jump to anything, any freebie, any giveaway, any opportunity, and they'll just jump at it and they'll say what they're told to say. And let's be honest, I think most people know I won't say what I'm told to say.
Unless you want to say
Unless I want to say
exactly.
You know. So no, I think I'd like to think that people realise that. So when we are looking at something, if we like it, we like it. And as I've always said, we've done the due diligence. People say, you know, well, you always seem to like what you're looking at. Yeah, I know.
Of course, that's
you know, because if we do look at stuff.
Yeah.
We do get offered stuff, and George or I or George and I will look at it and say, George, have you seen that email? Yeah, I've seen that. What do you reckon? Mate, they're crap. And I'm like, yeah, so even though I'll use the analogy I always use, Chinese light bars, LED light bars. How many emails do we get, George?
All the time.
All the time. You want to try this Chinese? We'll send you some. You keep them. All you got to do is say this, and give us a 50-second slot on your thing, and this. Well, you can have for free. No, a lot of people do though.
Oh yeah.
I'll keep a free light bar. And
this is the best thing ever.
This is the best light bar ever. If it ain't though, I ain't going to do it. I don't care. They can offer me a bloody pallet full of them.
Yeah.
Mind you, if they offered me a pallet full, I can knock them out the back of my truck for a £5 go, George. We're in there.
Easy money, like.
Easy money. I know, but seriously, I won't.
Well, it's like I bought a set of them, the cheap ones, to go on the back of the fast track. I bought them. Well, no, I bought because I've got the UTV and I've got the Thomas on there.
Thomas ones.
I wanted some Chinesian ones
to show.
Yeah. How crap they are, really. They're not. Yeah, they're not up to standard.
Yeah, what you pay for. So again, this is just so everyone listen. This is the due diligence. Us doing our research before. As I said again, it's that there's tons of things goes on, right, that you never see because you don't need to, and that doesn't matter. As I said, if they offer us a pallet full of them, right, and you can flog them afterwards. No, we're not going to stand there and go. Right, everybody, you know, George's things or my muckers, you know, these are brilliant. Yes, you should buy these, definitely.
No, you just straight down the local market on the Sunday.
On the Sunday, mate.
Get the stall out.
Yeah, flip the potato and they'll hammer rock down.
Yeah.
No, but we won't do it. We won't do it. Now, there's one or two things I really like. There's one or two things that I could really recommend, and I will do, because people often, Mucka, what do you recommend as far as power tools go, or what do you recommend as lights or whatever?
Yeah.
The ones we do. The thing is, though, quite often, unfortunately, they ain't the cheap ones because we're not going to recommend you cheap crap.
I always recommend the what because that's what I use, you know.
But on the other side of that, there's a middle. There is a middle ground for something like you said, the old JCB stuff.
Yeah, you get on great with that.
Get on well with JCB parters.
I've not tried the new stuff.
And that George, apparently, what they got coming up next year is to be good.
Is it?
The tool stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, like I said, but there's some real stuff, and I'll tell you, there's something else. I wouldn't have recommended 10 years ago JCB power tools because I bought some and they were crap.
Yeah.
And that took a lot of convincing for me to try them. But mate, that grinder, I always go about that 18 volt grinder. That is slung in my truck. I just grab the toolbox, sling it into the next one, off I go. And because that work light, bang it on, done.
There you go.
Spot on. Mate, they never let me down. So there is also let's say a good value middle ground as well.
Yeah.
Then there's our expensive stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and so no, like I said, if we recommend something, you can be assured of one thing. We've got a pallet load of. No, it's not. No, you can be assured of one thing is that we have them ourselves. We think they're worth you know,
having a look at. Yeah.
Again, we're not telling you to buy them. All we ever say is, you know, when
this is a good bit of kit.
No.
Are you in the market for one? If you are, have a look.
Have a look at it. You might. Now you see, the other thing is, George, you might turn around and say, actually, I like Makita on those, but I like my DeWalt on that.
Yeah.
You're not right or wrong.
It's whatever suits you.
But you're telling me that one's good, so that's you know. So anyway. Gives you another little insight into the whole YouTube. Because people, since the last podcast, asked us more about what goes on in the background of the YouTube and stuff like that.
Well, it's
just constant.
Like Alice down the rabbit hole, isn't it?
Oh, terrible, isn't it? It is. It's so much goes on. But there you are. But no, as I said, we always do the due diligence, and when I like to work with companies, as you know, well, we both do, that we like and we get on with, because I think it just shines through then, doesn't it? And it says a lot for
if
a
you
company.
believe in the product, I mean, that's half the battle, isn't it? Like you say, that comes through on the video.
You're too right.
Because I know we're good, we're very good actors. I mean, you and I are both very good actors, but even we wouldn't be able to convey that we like something if we didn't like it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
say, oh yeah, this is
my 5 years at RADA would be wasted. No, it is right, and it is. You know, I mean, George and I have a laugh, and you know, we sort of bugger about on set. You know, on set. We are professional actors,
yes.
and action. But no, it is dead right. It is dead right. But yeah, as I said,
saying professional.
I think we're professional to a point, are we now?
Just about.
But I think you've got. That's something somebody actually asked me, George. Is do you? And I was a bit affronted by it at first, but it was like, do you think, as yourself as actors, when you're doing this in the front of the camera? And I was like, no, we don't act. It's natural. They went, yeah, but you misunderstand me. You know, you've got to present.
It's like a breakfast morning TV program, isn't it? Well, you're not acting, but you're presenting something.
But what he said was, and the guy was actually an amateur actor, you know, amateur dramatics or whatever. But he did act, and that was a very good question, because then I thought about what he was saying.
Well, we have done some acting before, haven't we? We have had certain setups on videos
of course we have.
where we have actually done some acting, like, you know,
such, you know, and that's all, you know. But at the end of the day, we don't want. How can I put it? We don't want. It's not like we're acting to fool people. It's acting just to entertain.
Yeah.
I mean, the things about like your straight pipe and all that.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
We all knew.
We wouldn't be able to act to fool people.
No, but the point is, people could see what. But it's just about having a laugh.
Yeah.
But what he was saying, which is a very valid point, is you have to. You know, when we're presenting, you know, you have to put, because see, right, what I think a few people realise, I've said about it before, but this is no word of a lie, I struggle being with other people.
Yeah, I understand.
As in, if there's a crowd of people, it takes me a long while. I'm actually quite I'm going to say I'm quite reserved. But I am in myself. I am in myself, though.
Yeah.
And I find it very hard to interact with it. Once I warm to it, the situation, I'm okay.
Yeah.
And it's the same in front of a camera. And to be honest, George, I think people could probably. If you go back to some of my earlier stuff, I do occasionally, and look, it was the difference. And I think.
Oh, well, we'll progress. But you're definitely. You do a lot more of the presenting style than I do, and I think because of that, you certainly do present better than I do. It's something.
But George, it's a different style. George.
It's different style.
It's a different style,
but it's that thing. It's a lot of it's self-confidence. You know,
which
having the confidence
I use. I bring out that self-confidence in myself,
and worrying about what others are thinking of you. Like,
which I have
am I making a fool of myself at the minute?
Which you used to do when early on.
Yeah.
But now you put that to the back of your mind and you bring forward some confidence, and it's right, off we go.
Yeah.
Right, so Muckers, today we're looking at songs of, you know, and I throw myself at it. And so this is what mate was saying.
Yeah.
In which case then you I think people get wrapped up in meaning actors mean you're portraying something you're not,
yeah.
But then again, he could be right. Am I portraying something I'm not? I'm not that confident. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
I have to
you're
work.
acting confident.
That's
aren't
what.
You?
Yeah. I'm acting confident.
Which you are.
And that's what he said. That's exactly what he said. And I just thought, do you know what?
He's
You're
right.
bloody right.
Yeah.
There's a great degree, and that's anyone. I'm even talking to, you know. If you watch the likes of Casey Neistat, who I know you don't know who that is, George, right? PewDiePie, you know of him.
Mr. What's his name?
Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
All that, they're all acting.
Yeah.
As in, they're presenting. They're presenting. Because that's when, and this is the thing, this is when you find a lot of channels, or I certainly do, where they are literally just talking as if they're not talking to the camera. You know, I find them very dull. They don't seem to be putting anything into it.
You're not talking to your audience, sort of thing.
Yeah, they're just literally saying stuff because they know obviously somebody's listening to this or watching it, so I've got to explain that I'm now about to undo this and then this will be taken off.
And I'm doing it in a very monotone
I'm just doing it because
manner.
I'd rather not present it or put my effort into it. You know, there's that. So no, I think, and I think the guy was right. But yeah, we do have different styles, but I think that's why it works with you and me, you know.
There's no use being the same, is it? I mean,
no. And the other thing is, I think we, like I certainly do with the old Fudweasel and stuff, and with you, George, is we do play a role.
Well,
almost good guy, bad guy sort of thing.
Take the little Instagram video you done of us at Basildon. I mean, I'm not. As soon as not every little toy kiddie ride that I come across, I'm on it going.
No, but it's kind of became a bit of a theme.
It has, yeah.
Wherever we're out and there's tractors, George and I will always try and find, you know, a decent big size tractor and the smallest version of it.
Yeah.
Be that a little lawnmower or a little compact.
Whatever.
And George has to be on, because George is obviously fairly big old boy anyway, and that makes it then look smaller, and it just emphasises it. And it's just become a bit of a thing with us, hasn't it? And I mean, again, so it's just, but it's. I think it would be better than us just standing there going, "Hi, we're
at Basildon today.
At Basildon.
Yeah.
So we're looking at tractors. Catch you on the next one."
Yeah.
No, we just thought, well, you know, we could, you know, we
can
have a laugh.
We'll do that.
And this is the thing, right? First and foremost, no disrespect to our followers. It's not to make them laugh. It's to make us laugh, because we do, and we enjoy it. We just think, George, you know.
I've watched that video.
I know.
20 times. Luckily each time. Oh, here he goes.
But I think, and see, this is what I'm saying, and this is why I said no disrespect to anybody that watches us, because if we're enjoying it, then you'll enjoy it, hopefully.
Exactly.
As in, you'll see that, do you know what? Them two pillocks, they do have a good laugh.
Yeah.
And that's nice, isn't
it? Yeah, and it comes through on the camera, doesn't it?
It does. Because George, what did you just kick? George, it's like John echo in the back. That sounded like someone had smacked a lander of a coil spring with that hammer. But so if it comes across like that's what, because this is the other things. Again, talking to somebody after the last podcast, and they were saying about, you know, well, a lot of the farming and agricultural YouTubers, they just start this by saying nothing's right or wrong. This is the whole reason. People love different things. That's what variety is, the spice of life. But I made a bit of a I suppose, a pact with myself, because of what I like to watch and what I don't like to watch. I always imagine that you've come home from a day's ploughing or drilling or whatever, and just bear with me with this, the last thing you want to do and see is somebody else doing it, okay? Now, I know a lot of people do. They come home from a day's ploughing, they'll watch somebody else ploughing. And that's, as I said, this is the thing, totally fine.
Yeah.
But on my channel, I don't want to do that. I want to try and give. I think my whole thing is, I'd love to be able to have a little bit of education with the videos, a little bit of entertainment / humour or whatever. Not silly, but enough. But also just to take your mind off your day.
What a day!
Oh, what a day!
Yeah.
No, but genuinely, and like saying, including clips of Harvey, he's just a legend.
He is a legend.
He is a legend. But no, stuff like that. My aim for as I said, those that do that show them ploughing, literally half an hour of this in-cab footage of them ploughing and showing this. Fantastic. You've done some, haven't you?
I've done, no end of
and that's
it,
brilliant. But I'm always conscious, everybody in this day and age, especially on YouTube, is all about people's mental health. They all go on about, I don't know, stay positive, don't drink bleach or whatever it is, and how you feel, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
No, but,
Yeah.
About positive mindsets and all. And that's all very good. That's all very good. But to tell someone, stop being depressed, have a positive mindset, isn't always that easy.
Yeah.
Because they're like, I'd love to, mate. I'm not feeling great. So I'd like to think that subconsciously, in a little way, if I could just help somebody think, oh, what a day, he's come in, kicked his boots off, oh, he's put a video up, put it on. Let's just say whoever it is has been drilling for the day, right? And he's been drilling, and the bloody drill's bunged up, and the seed tubes are, and he knows this and misses, and every bugger will see it. Anyway, what's he doing today? Oh, he's got that 7-8. Let's have a look what he's doing. Oh yeah, let's doing this, that, and the other. Or even the old fud weasel having to go with these bloody masses. He's God, that's a mess. That one. They wonder if suddenly his mind. It's still relatable. It's not like coming in for a day's ploughing and then watching something on crochet and knitting.
No.
Which, there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you want to do. Have a lovely scarf and a pair of mitts. But the point is, it's relatable to what our interests, as we said. We enjoy, but it's. I always say, I even try and obviously go outside the agricultural thing. I look at if it's got an engine, so I always like to say aircraft, truck, car, tractor, whatever. It's got an engine. I'm interested in it.
Yeah.
Just get his mind off that. What's he doing in that? And just has given his head a break. He isn't hearing that engine all day, that straight pipe. He isn't seeing those block coulters.
Yeah, been able to switch off and
just relax and just maybe he'll go to bed or she'll go to bed. There's a lot of girls in farming as well and stuff like that. Maybe whoever it is will go to bed and just have a bit better night's sleep, just a bit, because they were able to switch off that little bit. And I know that sounds all sort of airy thick, but genuinely that's how I structure my channel. I think I am conscious of that. I just want people just to, in any capacity, however they do it, just switch off and enjoy a little bit of something, just a little bit different to the daily grind, George. And I find that with some of the stuff you're doing.
Well, I'm always trying to do a variety. You've got the in-cab, you've got filming machines, some of the shack videos I've done. This, what we're doing now, podcast. It's no use doing the same
as I told you, I don't like Lego, George. Never did as a kid, right? But people will laugh at this, right? Sometimes I get an iPad, flip it up when Saunders shacked and you're doing a bit of build on the Lego, and I'll just sit there, I might just lay back in the old catch seat and just flip it on. I don't even watch a lot. I just listen to you like a podcast.
Yeah.
Just listen to you chat and answer a few questions. They might have the odd look, and there you are. You've got that bit on. It's just that change of pace.
Just something different. Yeah. A lot of people, they don't like the shack videos, but there's a portion do. But whatever you're not doing everything to please. You're not doing stuff to please everyone all the time, are you?
And I said
different
to you
people
before,
prefer different things.
I think that comes down to that thing that if you, first and foremost, are enjoying whatever subject it is, I think then people, they literally just plug into that because they know that you're genuinely enjoying building that.
Yeah.
Even if, like I said, I couldn't really give two fucks about Lego, but I know you enjoyed doing it, and I watch your little brain work, and when you try to figure out where the blocks go.
Yeah. My little brain. How dare you?
How dare you? How dare you? But no, genuinely, and I know you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
And I just think to myself, somebody needs to section him. I just think to myself, he's enjoying that, isn't he? And you're chatting away, and you're like, Saunders asked a question about, what was your first car, George? And I don't know, mate, it's just nice.
Mm.
It's so.
Like you say, you know then. Because bloody. I've got 3 more lined up. 2 more coming for Christmas.
Right.
So just so enjoyable. You really ought to give it something like that.
Really don't.
Is quite. It honestly is quite a technical job.
I know it is, George. No, I know it is. Do you know what annoys? This is actually. Do you know what annoys me about Lego? If that was a scale model, you know, you get these big.
Oh yeah, proper 150 cell,
150 and whatever. All the money. Not very that.
Oh yeah.
I can look at that and think that is a virtually exact representation of the real thing.
Yep.
And my mind thinks, it's a lot of money, but I see the value in that. That's an exact that I know a real one hasn't got all these sharp bricky edges. No, listen, that's how my mind works.
Yeah.
And to me, that would annoy me. And that's why Lego. That's why Technic Lego annoys me, because that's like, that's the shape and colour.
Close, but
it's close. It's not the real thing. And because I know for a fact, right, like here, you've got this bit on the side. So I'm looking just for those that can't see that. There's all the little bits, and obviously the bricks bit of Lego.
They're simulating,
Well, you don't have them on a real one.
No.
So that ain't close, and that annoys me.
But the 150 scale models, they tend to be static models, where this
I know
fully functional.
I
know exactly where you're coming from, but that's where I'm coming from.
And that's just how my mind works.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. This is where nobody's right, nobody's wrong.
I mean, I love the models as well, but that's a lot of money. They're a ton of money as well. But they are perfect scale replicas.
That works. And I'll tell you something else though. This is where, and I buy these from my nephew, right? Technic Lego. Because I do appreciate they're a very good teaching aid to kids, right? Because they suddenly see how things work. Right? And how things are put together.
3-speed automatic gearbox, that blooming and differentials.
Right? So listen, but there's stuff like that. 3-speed, well, he's going to
blown the UJ as well, that has.
Has it?
Yeah.
Didn't grease it, did you?
I didn't.
So he'll know when he's building that how a differential is built and how it works as he's doing it.
Because he's building it.
Exactly. So I can see the value.
It is it's a good teaching tool. Really
it is brilliant. So as I said, I appreciate it, but I would not knowingly seek out somebody in a shack building Lego stuff. Do you see what I mean? I wouldn't do it.
On YouTube. I thought you wouldn't actually sort of come in whilst I was playing with it, literally.
Literally, no. But I wouldn't. But as I said, I do when you put a video. I said, he's got a shack video up. I know what I've got to do. I can't sit there and put it on the big screen.
Yeah, just sit
because
back.
That would annoy me. I cannot. I've got. No, I would. Yeah. I've got a Saunders shack video. When you're doing something with the TW, I'll put it on the big telly. When it's a shack video, no. Cup of tea.
Audio.
Cup of tea. No, flip it up the side.
Yeah.
And I just sit back and I just, you know what, I'm going to have a cup of tea and relax now. And that's what I do. Feet up, and I just listen to you waffling on, and that's lovely.
Yeah.
No, seriously, because I know you've got enthusiasm, and that just comes through. That gives you a little bit of a warm feeling.
That's you having a wee, that is. Just feeding yourself.
No, that's like razor blades at the minute. I don't know what's going on there. That's back again. No. Kidney stones. You never want them. God, I had some. So I think a few people know, but I got a kidney stone earlier this year. Oh, pain.
Yeah.
Anyone that's had one out there, brothers, I feel your pain. Oh man! And do you know how big a scare was when they said luckily I think mine broke up.
Yeah.
So there's only bits coming. I weren't that bad at all, but the pain in George, I've never known pain like it. Never known pain. Anyway, and women going on about this whole child thing. They don't know about. Never had a kidney stone. They never had a kidney stone. You know what I mean? But no, joking aside, that was bad. But anyway, no, I do like it, George, and so do a lot of people. You know, so do a lot of people. But so you're getting some more for Christmas, are you?
I am, mate. Yeah.
Can you reveal what you're getting yet?
One of them is an old school bit. I want to actually reveal it. It's an old school. I don't know how old it is. 20-year-old, real old set. JCB 3CX.
They did one, George.
Yeah, I remember back when I was, I don't know, 40, 50, when I was building it back then.
40 or 50?
Yeah, I remember this. It was like, oh, I'd love to have that model. Love to have that model. But I think it was a lot of money back then.
Yeah,
like, you know,
they did one job.
yeah. So that's that'll be interesting because, like I said, that's old. Yeah, I think that's pneumatics rather than.
That was.
What is your dog?
That was my dog. Just moved around there. She just
Sean.
had a little look. She had a little bowl.
Oh,
of
she
water.
wants a drink.
Come and lay down, Sean. Come on, go and lay down, Dan.
It's not that time
Dan,
yet, Sean.
it's not that time yet. Go on. So, yeah. All right. So you got, and that is a genuine. That's not like a Reed Man one. That's a genuine old school that you found.
Yeah.
Nice.
So.
And what's the other one?
The other one is an L350 Volvo.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, big mine. Yeah, it's going to be similar scale to the dumper.
Yeah.
And I've got, I've had for a little while, Class Syrian.
Ah, right. Yeah.
Again, a big full size.
So I bought my
model.
nephew a, I think D11.
Oh, the D, yeah, I would love. That's a lot of money, though, isn't it?
Second hand, I bought it because I thought.
Did you?
And that was a lot of money.
Still a lot of money.
Still all the
saying,
money.
yeah.
All the money. And then, I bought this D11 for him, and I didn't want to go and buy him a brand new one and need it because he still didn't start, that little sod.
Ah.
I think. I think he's a bit afraid of it.
Got to get into
A
it.
bit daunting.
Yeah.
Bit daunting, that I think. So, but yeah, no. So he'll start it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll take it off him.
Yeah.
And
Do it
he'll go
yourself.
without.
Yeah.
Just go without. I'll just send it. I'll
Send it down here, mate.
Sub
Yeah.
out to you, George.
Yeah.
What's your favourite thing on TV, George? And that could be. This is what they were asking for when you were a kid, or even now. Because we said the other time, we don't watch a lot of TV now. We do.
No, we don't.
But when we're kids,
There's a few things I like to watch on telly, but I'm going to go with the kids. Yeah, when I was a youngster first, I think it's got to be Knight Rider. I fucking love Knight Rider.
now you see, I weren't a Knight Rider.
Do you not?
I don't dislike it,
No.
George.
Oh.
I just when it was on,
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
just I just turn it
This
off.
is I can't think how it goes now. These are the adventures of Michael Knight.
Yeah,
Da, 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 da.
the Hoff.
Yeah, the Hoff.
You're a Knight Rider fan, were you?
Yeah, I liked a bit of Knight Rider, but then again, I liked A-Team, bit of Airwolf. But I think Knight Rider was up there. Did like Knight Rider. So, what were you? Was it Barbie or something? Or
Punch you in the throat in a minute. Well, when so around that sort of time, George. Do you know what? I'm just trying to think. A-Team was good and all that, but I used to like
Blue Peter.
No, you see, I wasn't really a Blue Peter fan.
That didn't interest me whatsoever.
No, I mean the earlier ones were alright. The latest that got later just got all a bit too, again, a bit touchy-feely, lefty, and I just like
didn't watch it.
Try to just do the right thing and hey kids, you're young adults and you need to be in touch with what's. No, you don't. No, just let that elephant shit on the floor.
Yeah.
Let Shep have a piddle. In the garden, dig up something. But
Doctor Who.
Now you took Tom Baker.
Tom Baker did you?
Tom Baker was Doctor Who. Well, you were running around your nappies.
Oh.
Who was good then?
No, none of them.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't watch Doctor Who. Load of old twaddle that was. Some little midget in a sort of a trash can with some mirrory bits on and
that was Dusty Vineyard, crap. Ted
and a
Rogers,
plunger
3, 2,
for
1.
we will exterminate you. No, thank you very much. No, thank you.
Tom Baker and then Peter Davidson.
Yeah.
He was a good doctor.
Can't even think of Peter Davidson. No Tom Baker in that.
Peter, you don't know who Peter Davidson
No.
is? It's Doctor Who. He played Campion.
Who?
A detective called Campion. Peter Davidson. But Peter Davidson, you know who that is?
I don't.
Tristan Farnham.
I know you mean now. Yeah.
Yeah, Tristan.
He was the doctor, was he?
He was a doctor. Yeah.
There you
That was
go.
one of his own.
I'm
Now,
not
there's
old
something
enough to
like-
remember that.
Yeah, see,
That's where we
all
and you differ.
creatures great and small. I used to love that.
Yeah, that is good. That is good.
James Herriot and that.
I've seen another
Siegfried.
program I liked when I was growing up. This will probably make you chuckle. TNG.
What's that?
You know what TNG is? I thought you were a fan.
What was TNG?
Star Trek: The Next Generation.
No, never a Trekkie.
Oh,
no.
I love a bit of Star Trek.
As
honestly,
I was brought up watching, because it was on, I think it used to be on like BBC Two about 6 o'clock or whatever. Proper Star Trek. Leonard
original.
Nimoy. Yes. What do you mean? How can you go original? No. If I'm going to watch
original Star Trek was a bit like Doctor Who for me. It was, Kirk ends up on a red planet somewhere and finds a green, beautiful alien bird and ends up getting his way with her, and that was about it, lot.
Right, and? No, see, the Next Generation, I like Patrick Stewart, but as in Jean-Luc Picard, no, it did nothing for me. None of that stuff. Data and all that, what his name was.
Data? Data. Lieutenant Commander Data. Brent Spinner. Yeah.
I didn't watch it. Star Trek.
TNG was sort of really different from...
Bring it down to the TNG. Just shut up, Saunders.
No, but it was more about what we were on about earlier, the acting. They could have... it wasn't so much a sci-fi show as it was... So you're loving this. It was more... they would take relevant stories at the time and they would just... work a different angle on it. But, I mean, the acting in it was... What I'm saying is the acting was so good in it. Compared to Kirk with this, No,
I think... you talk about sci-fi, Blake 7...
Game didn't interest me.
Battlestar Galactica, old movie that I like.
A little bit.
But no, you see, you talk. No, Patrick Stewart though, when he was in, was it Extras? And I've got this idea with Ricky Gervais. I've got this idea, and this woman comes in, and I look at her, and suddenly all her clothes fall off.
I didn't know he was in Extras.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. He's brilliant in that. But no, but right. Are you old enough to remember, and some of you out there will be, you'd come home from school, sling your bag down, right? You meant to do homework, but don't worry about that. BBC Two, probably like 6 o'clock. Yeah. You used to get all the black and white. So you could sometimes they'd run a season, black and white. Might be Laurel and Hardy.
Right, yeah.
Harold Lloyd.
Don't remember, no.
Flash Gordon with Ming the Merciless. The proper black and white one. And Ming's sort of space car thing that...
yeah.
You hear it Flash? No, not that one. That was that was the movie. With, another one out. What was his name? Peter Duncan. He was ex-Blue Peter.
Was he?
He was the one that put his arm in that thing and that bit him and he had to have his arm cut off.
On what?
On his arm, just up above the elbow.
Oh.
No, on Flash called the movie one.
Oh, right,
with the Queen music.
Yeah.
Flash, Gordon's alive!
Oh, yeah.
Brian Blessed.
Brian Blessed.
Yeah. Gordon's alive! Yeah, he was brilliant. Still mad as a mongoose.
He is.
Awesome.
He is.
So, no, I'm talking the black and white Flash Gordon.
But see, this is where, again, you're older than me. This is, you...
I know, but what I'm saying is, don't get me wrong, they weren't in new reruns at black and white. What I'm saying is they were like probably 50, 60-year-old then.
Yeah.
But they used to put reruns of these, and they were great. I mean,
Can you remember that? Again, it was along the sort of the Knight Rider Airwolf thing.
Yeah, you see, you're getting tweaked with all this. Go on.
There was another one with a bike. Can you remember that one?
With a bike?
Yeah, it was like all black bike.
Oh, I thought you
motorbike.
I was going to say, bloody, what's her name? Baywatch, Pamela Anderson. I thought you meant that sort of bike. No, I didn't. No, a bike.
Can you remember that one?
Actually,
it was the same sort of thing.
A bit of an Airwolf thing, like a fast jet bike.
Thunder.
Blue Thunder
was the police.
Yeah.
Helicopter one.
That's
wasn't
right.
it?
Yeah.
And then there was this other one with the bike. I can't remember what it was called.
No idea.
No. Someone out there will know.
Yeah.
If you know, put it in the comments.
Just keep it yourself. But yeah, so all right. There was that. What was I tell you, BJ and the Bear.
Blowjob.
No, not bloke. BJ McKay. BJ McKay and his best friend Bear. BJ and the Bear. I think it was a Peterbilt. He had a cab over Peterbilt.
Yeah.
Red and white, and the bear was the monkey, like chimpanzee monkey.
Yeah. Who was BJ then?
I don't know who it was, but he was the driver. He was the BJ McKay, and his best friend Bear.
It rings a bell. Does ring a bell.
Yeah. So that was, you know, with his chimpanzee.
What did they just get up to?
Do you have a lesson?
Funny
City
adventures?
Ordinance 132R prohibits the begging. What? No, just got the clues then.
Oh yeah.
No, he just had they did adventures and all that, and then you had your Lassie.
Oh, Lassie, yeah.
And I tell you, I'll go on one a minute. But hang on.
Littlest Hobo.
Oh, mate, what a brilliant program.
How did that go?
There's a voice keeps on calling me down the roads where I wanna be. Every time I stop, I make a new friend. Yeah,
you were watching
can't
the other
stay
day,
for
weren't
long,
you?
just turn around and I'm gone again.
That's it, yeah.
Maybe tomorrow I wanna settle down. Yeah, enough of this.
Yeah.
Right, so, but yeah, Littlest Hobo. You've hit that Land of a Coil Spring again.
Oh, I have. There we go. We're plugged in.
All right. So it's all the technical. We'll have a big fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, Littlest Hobo.
Yeah.
But so Lassie. But can you remember Champion the Wonder Horse on a Saturday morning? Champion.
I've heard of it, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, brilliant. And then can you remember the Lone Ranger?
Yes.
With Tonto and
yeah.
Hi-Ho Silver and all that.
Rawhide.
Rowdy Yates. Can you remember that?
Dad used to watch it, so I used to watch it.
I see. Yeah.
I can't again.
Rolling.
Rawhide.
Yeah, that's it. Rowdy Yates. Who was Rowdy Yates?
I don't know.
The fuck?
Tell me.
Clint Eastwood. You know who that is? Who? Clint Eastwood.
Can't remember.
Yeah, Rowdy Yates
was he?
Yes, Clint Eastwood. Yes, mate. And he's
I haven't
younger
watched it
days.
for 20 years.
That's one of his first acting things.
Is it?
What
Yeah.
a great actor that guy is.
He's
brilliant stuff.
yeah.
And now a director, actor.
Yeah.
You know. But
Best Clint Eastwood film?
best Clint Eastwood.
Come on.
I listen. I love the westerns. Gotta be Kelly's Heroes.
Yeah,
Kelly's Heroes.
For me, it's instantly Unforgiven.
Yes. Yeah.
Such a good movie, especially the ending.
But
yeah, but I can see where you're coming from. Yeah, that is classic Clint, isn't it?
I tell you what. Listen, let's just take a break. I'll have another cup of tea.
Yeah.
You're gonna have another Coke.
Yeah.
And we'll be back right after these messages.
Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that little ad break.
What were we advertising, George?
Don't know. It's normally
Durex.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Well, what were we? Favourite TV?
No, we're
just go on.
Go on. No, go on. You've got to go back to favourite TV, George.
Just because we've got to do current favourite TV.
All right.
Just finish off.
Right. Well, George, I can be very simple about that one. I don't watch TV anymore.
What at all?
At all, George.
I'm surprised at that. I thought you'd watch a bit. There's nothing on at the minute that's sort of you know.
I'll tell you what I do. Like on More 4, where you catch up.
Yeah, I'm talking about streaming services as well. That sort of thing.
All right.
There's not YouTube.
Gogglebox. I watch Gogglebox.
We're going to have a falling out.
What is that? Go on.
You don't watch Gogglebox.
No, I never thought it would be my sort of thing, but it just amuses me.
I mean, honestly, I did sort of watch a few of the first series or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's vaguely interesting, but it's a bit like watching us, isn't it?
Yeah. Then I kind of no, but some of the characters I do like, and again I don't know how true it is to really just literally get on with it and watch. I don't know, but George, it's entertaining. I ain't got to think about it. I can just switch off, and that's that for me again. I can switch off again. That's what it does for me. No, mate. I think very, very rare. Very rare for me to watch TV. I don't, George. I don't. And I'll be honest with you. Another reason I don't watch TV, I won't watch it. And this will sound like a political statement. It's not. It's just a personal thing. I'm absolutely sick to death of the BBC. What they say they stand for and what they actually stand for.
Oh yeah.
Right. And they're fucking corrupt license thing.
Yeah.
Right. Seriously, I think that's terrible.
Yeah.
But anyway, whatever. So no, I watch a bit of Netflix.
Yeah.
I watch some Amazon Prime. Watch a bit of YouTube.
Yeah.
That's it, George. But a lot of the time, George, these days, I just crash out in the seat and
Fall asleep,
mate.
Yeah.
I do, and
Don't set me off.
I know, we're doing it now.
Oh, yeah.
I know. No, but I do, And see, I used to love the news, current affairs, politics.
Can't watch it now.
George, I ain't watched the news properly for over a year. I'm sick to death of it.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, don't even watch it.
Yeah, Dave, it's not even worth covering, is it?
No. But no, can't be done with it. So no, I just as far as I'm concerned, George, not really my thing anymore. Not anymore. Now there's no BJ and the Bear on.
It's all down now. All right.
We'll do another little Hobo chorus.
Yeah.
No, we won't. We seriously won't.
Yeah, when are we going to do our little karaoke album?
Oh, just look here, George. We're not.
Haven't we?
No, we are definitely not.
Oh.
Because neither you or I could carry a note in a bucket.
Oh, I've got the voice of an angel.
Yeah, I think you haven't, yeah. I think you meant angle, as in angle iron. Right.
Anyway,
George.
talking of that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Music. What do you listen to?
What do I listen to? Music?
Yeah, music-wise. What you got in your Apple, isn't you? Apple Play or whatever it is, Apple Music?
Spotify now, George.
Oh,
I've gone off Apple and all that. I'm on Spotify now, yeah. Podcasts and everything like that.
Yeah.
I have a wide and what do they say, eclectic choice of music,
Yeah.
So if you sort of say, do I like jazz? I'll turn around and say, no, I'm not a jazz person.
I'll totally agree with you there.
But
hate jazz.
Yeah. Certain types of jazz. However, Dixieland jazz, sort of American deep south, Dixieland sort of jazz. Yeah, I listen to a bit of that.
Yeah.
So I do, don't I? I do like a bit of jazz.
Yeah.
Certain genres of jazz, and that goes down to, do you like punk rock? No, I don't. Well, what about one of the Sex Pistols? Oh yeah, that's what I mean. It's I like a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But all right, let's let's just agree then. We both like a wide variety of music. Top 3 tracks, George.
Top 3 tracks.
There you go.
You're asking something now, aren't you?
5 if you have to, but top 3 tracks, George.
Top 3 tracks, bloody hell.
And anyone listening to this, I want you to think your top 3. What do you think they are? Because that's a difficult one.
That is very tricky. All-time top 3 tracks. Oh. Thunderstruck's got to be on it.
Okay.
AC/DC, Thunderstruck.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Well, 3, George.
3. Well, come on, you think as well at the same time. At least you've got 3.
I'm asking you. I started
3 ready to go.
No, I'll give you one of them.
Yeah, go on.
Golden Brown by the Stranglers.
In fact, I'll give you earlier.
Huh?
A golden brown.
That was a stinky brown, you think?
Golden brown by the Stranglers. No, who's that and what's that?
Well, I can literally just turn everything off and walk out, George. I mean, if that's the easiest thing to do, I don't know. But Golden Brown by the...
It just makes me think of someone's gone to the toilet.
Yeah. Funny enough, apparently the actual thing is about heroin.
Right.
Golden Brown.
Yeah.
Textured like sun.
Yeah.
Lays me down with my mind, she runs a lot. You'll know it when you listen to it.
Mm.
So, when you get a minute, listen to it. The second one, I think I'm going to go with, a bit newer than that, a bit later, Kingdom of Rust. I think that's a fantastic track.
Good. Unless I've heard it, I couldn't. Yeah, don't know. Never heard of it.
All right. Well, after all this, I'll just play them too.
Yeah.
So, Doves, Kingdom of Rust, Stranglers, Golden Brown. Third one, don't know yet. A minute, George. You go on.
I'm going to go. Yeah,
you've said.
I've gone with Thunderstruck, AC/DC.
I'll go with that. Yeah.
Now I'm going to go to another genre, Prodigy. Now I'm going to be.
Smack my bitch up.
All right, there's 3 then. Smack my bitch up, Firestarter, and Breathe. You just can't split them tracks.
Right.
You look at me blank.
No, I'm just trying to see how your mind's working.
Why?
It just seems a little bit. But you might. You were a bit of a duck. If you got that close for it again. I must apologise for George's lack of spatial awareness.
Yeah.
You're a bit of a dancer, though, aren't you, George?
Oh, I love it. You get me on the dance floor, mate. You just the limbs are flying everywhere. No, I mean, I said rock, pop, classical, drum and bass, garage, breakbeat, all the above,
George.
All the above. So I mean, it's just it's something you can't just choose 3 tracks. It's impossible.
Just told you to.
Well,
I'm not saying, George. This is the thing.
Yeah.
I think people get hung up on.
They change every day, don't they?
Tomorrow there'll be the same 3.
Yeah.
But right now, that wasn't a choice. I wouldn't do, but no, I think Buddy Holly, True Love Ways.
Yeah. Right, and I'm going to go with what's his name? Bruce Springsteen. What?
Nothing, just go with it.
Bruce Springsteen. What's the name of the track? Oh, blimey! I've listened to it about 30 times recently. Oh, come on, George. Bear with me, folks. Bear with.
Ladies and gentlemen, this program is brought to you by
Yeah, go to the little.
Bruce Springsteen. Yeah.
What's his famous track?
And that's one of those things. We all know it, but we can't name it.
I'll tell you in a minute.
What is it, George?
Dancing in the Dark, and that is a good tune.
Yeah, I'm not going to deny that, George. Yeah, I'm not going to deny that. It's a good track. As I said, they'll all change tomorrow, George.
Yeah.
And that's.
You could say, what's your favourite 300 tracks, couldn't you? You know.
Yeah, I said 3 though, George.
You did, yeah.
So, I came up with 3.
I come up with about 5, didn't I think, or 6?
Yeah, well, 3 of them were just from the Prodigy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's like you're just reading off the back of an album, George. Best hits of the Prodigy. Yeah, that's the nice thing about music. And again, it depends on what mood you're in, George. Like I said, my 3 tomorrow, I need a bit of I want to be driving, I want something upbeat and whatever, or maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
I just want to listen to something.
Well, my playlist, there's about 150 songs on it, it's just got everything on it. All different, everything, all at once.
Right.
So it's up, down, and,
You, well, allow it to stay, because that's you just can't. They're all I'm just thinking. I was just thinking then, because obviously being on Android, they'd be mixed up anyway, wouldn't they? You'd probably crashed or something, on your Android phone.
Well, at least they're there. On Apple, you'd probably have them
they're on the
once.
cloud, mate. They're on the cloud. I don't need to bump my phone up.
Oh yeah,
they're on the cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I remember when I had Apple, put them on a new device. You've only allowed one more device, and that's it.
Yeah, it's changed, George. Then things have changed since then.
That put me off that as well. Really, I've got a limit on devices. I can listen to these tunes that I've paid all this money
for. Still got old
for.
Ericsson.
Hey, Ericsson. Never had one. Well, no, I did have a Sony Ericsson.
George. Anyway, going back a little bit to what we talked about, George. Right. So we spoke about TV programmes. We spoke about our music, and we did touch on. But we'll now go back to favourite movies, George.
Oh, yeah.
And again, I know it's a mood-orientated thing, George. You want something just relaxed, you want something upbeat, you want something to get you on the edge of your seat. I know all that's different, but right here, right now, again, that's not the same. I'm not saying, Fatboy Slim. What I'm saying is, right here, at this moment in time, what would you watch?
What, one movie? Can't do one. Right.
No.
Let me go through some of my favourite movies.
Go on then, George.
Right.
Debbie Does Dance.
Porky's and all that,
Look Who's Talking.
Yeah.
Shaving Ryan's Private.
Oh, I mean, yeah, To the Man of Porn, yeah.
No, go on. Seriously, George, go on.
My genres are sci-fi, action. What? I was going to say romance movies. Rom-coms I like.
Is it TNG, the Next Generation one? TNG, The Return? TNG 5, 6, 7, 8? Oh, good Lord, no.
Yeah, all the Star Trek, all of them.
How many Star Treks? All of them.
Yeah.
Go on. Sci-fi, is it?
You don't like a science fiction movie?
No, I don't.
What?
No, I am.
You're not into that sort of thing at all.
There's some I've liked it, but I'm not a sci-fi person. No.
So what? You wouldn't watch Avatar?
No, I did. I started.
You've never
to watch,
watched. You've
I
never
started
watched
to watch it and couldn't work out what the hell was going on with that. All these bleeding blue people look like a load of Smurfs and had some sort of a party.
Well, that's pretty much what happens. Yeah.
But I just couldn't understand how it. No, it's not. No, not at all, mate.
You just couldn't grasp it.
No,
couldn't get
not
your
at
head
all.
around.
That's all a bloody sci-fi.
What?
Nah. What's all that all about? All right, another sci-fi movie that I might have watched then.
But Interstellar.
No.
No, not watched that.
No.
So far,
I might have done.
Yeah.
I tell you what I did like was it Space Cowboys, the one with Steve Buscemi and all that, and that Russian who kept banging everything on the space station.
Yeah.
That was quite good. But I watched that, but that's more of a sort of comedy adventure thing.
Yeah.
Set in space. Sci-fi, nah.
Don't do sci-fi.
No. Well,
What do you do then? Action films? Thrillers? Horrors? I don't do horrors.
No, I don't see the point of shitting yourself up.
No, it does, doesn't it? Like, you know.
But I mean, I know people because you get that adrenaline rush,
Yeah.
which we said before.
Yeah, but then you wake up in the middle, like to go for a wee, and think,
Was
that like?
Can I put my legs out under the bed so I just put down so somebody to grab me?
Yeah.
No. What was that all about?
Oh, no thanks. No thanks.
You're in your 40s, man. Grow up. No, so no horrors. I'm not into horrors.
No.
I like war films.
Yeah.
You know, always have done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Battle of Britain, Dam Busters, Bridge Too Far, Great Escape. You know, stuff like that.
You watched any recent
Kelly's
ones?
Heroes. Any recent ones?
Yeah.
As in.
Well, there's like that. Well, one I wanted to watch, not watched, is Was it 1917?
I've watched that a couple of
Wasn't
times.
that the thing about that film? Wasn't it a single shot? Did they not do any cuts in it? Was that something about that film?
No, I don't think it was a single. There was. I think the ending, the run at the end. That was a single.
I know something.
One
single
shot with the explosions going off and everything. It was just timed him running.
Yeah.
And they were setting them off.
Yeah.
One sort of take. I think that was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good films, and well worth watching.
Yeah.
Well, better than Interstellar.
That's one I wanted to watch, but just not got around to.
Or whatever it is.
Well, for me, a film is something to you zone out and you just transport it to be something completely different.
Right.
It's like Terminator.
No,
what about Terminator?
No, you're right there, and I'll give you that.
Yeah. I mean, you've got Terminator and Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Everything. Well, Terminator 3 is pretty good, but then it's all pretty downhill from there. Right?
Yeah.
So you got.
Yeah, no, Terminator movies,
yeah.
Yeah, Arnie, I'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
That's more for Arnie, isn't it? I think.
It is. Predator.
I watched Predator. Yeah, but see now that's where our two worlds collide.
Yeah.
I saw that as a bit more of a warmer, like that was the
it
soldiers.
is, yeah.
But crosses with science fiction, isn't it? Yeah. No, there's that. I like comedies as well.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I like National Lampoons, Christmas Vacation. You got the airplane movies, stuff like that.
Ace Ventura. I did like the Ace Ventura.
Ventura.
What else you got?
Just so many.
many.
You know, and some of them just for individual bits. And I tell you a movie I always did like. And I'll watch that Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Don't think I've watched that.
Yeah, no, it was good movie. I'll tell you another one, a favourite of mine, and there's a reason for it, but Planes, Trains and Automobiles.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen that.
Yeah,
yeah.
and obviously Steve Martin.
Yeah.
Just two actors who are fantastic, especially John Candy. Uncle Buck.
Yeah,
you know.
He's a hell of an actor.
Yeah.
He
died.
I think he died, didn't he?
He died during the making of Cool Runnings, which was the Jamaican bobsleigh team.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
Yes, he died.
Did he die? Blimey.
Yeah. No, he was just brilliant in that. Just brilliant. And you think of the other movies he's been in. Blues Brothers, he was in that. He played the police captain in that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Try to think what else. He was in Home Alone.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he?
He was in the polka van, wasn't he? You know, polka and all that. In that jazz band sort of thing, wasn't it? Polka band, rather.
So what do you think? Well, I know what you're thinking, actually. Marvel movies.
That was lucky. Go on, lay down, look.
That was Sean. She thinks it's time, but it's not quite yet.
It's not time yet. Go on, lay down.
Behave
yourself. Down. Go on, lay down. Thank you. that was an idiot flew five. Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Now, there's the people that like Marvel comics. Probably should be on some kind of register. However, I must say that some of the Marvel movies have been phenomenal.
You do? Oh, right. Because I was thinking, no, you won't like that at all.
No, I tell you, the one that, like, Avengers, is it Avengers Assemble and all this sort of stuff? Or
the last Endgame,
Yeah, and the one that always struck in my mind is where it was that Loki got let out, and so Thor went after him with the Hulk and all that. And that one where he goes, you miserable sort of blah blah blah, don't you know I'm a god? And old Hulk just gets him and slams him about. That was just that.
Puny God.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And that, that was so funny.
Yeah,
that was brilliant.
There's been some really good Marvel movies.
Yeah.
I love that sort of movie. You know, it's just escapism, isn't it?
Totally. But no, I like that sort of thing. But the Marvel comic thing.
No, I've never been.
No.
I did have the Beano when I was a youngster.
So did I.
Yeah. But never. I was never Marvel. Never into Marvel.
No, I had the Beano when I was a kid.
All the other way, DC.
Like what?
Well, DC is Batman, Superman.
That lot. Now you see less of.
Yeah.
Now, however,
some of the new stuff, they've jumped on the Marvel bandwagon and they've injected a bit of humour into it. They're coming.
I'll tell you a movie. I think it's a DC then. Batman, the one with what's his name as the Joker?
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger.
Well, yeah.
What I mean, it's that now there is an absolute masterclass in acting.
Yeah.
You know, absolute masterclass. Just how he brought that alive.
Yeah.
You know.
There's something about the character Joker. That you got Joaquin Phoenix. He's done Joker, hasn't he?
Yeah. That was good.
I've not seen. I've seen
very
clips
good.
of it,
No,
but again,
good.
he literally owns that performance.
However, Heath Ledger.
He's on another level, isn't he?
Another level. Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and then there's obviously all the classics and stuff that I like, classic movies, you know.
All right.
Zulu and stuff like that.
Favourite classic movie, favourite current movie, or within the last couple of years.
I think there'll have to be a favourite classic. To say Blazing Saddles. What a movie! I love that. No, but that's comedy. I love the Dam Busters, but I think Bridge Too Far. I love Longest Day, but I think I'm going to go purely just for the amount of Merlins in it. Battle of Britain.
Yeah.
And the actors. What a cast of actors. And seeing them blow that hangar up at Duxford.
Yeah.
Which is just a big concrete space now. Battle of Britain, classic.
Yep.
All-time favourite, probably Kelly's Heroes. I think today, as we speak. Current modern movie I've seen I've really liked. I thought the latest Bond movie was very good.
I was going to ask you about Bond, yeah.
I thought it was very good.
Not
I think
seen
the
it yet.
tie... Yeah, no, in fact, of late, I thought the latest Bond movie was bloody good.
This is the last one, isn't it?
Yes, and the tie-up and all the bits, the nods to the previous ones and whatever, phenomenally very well done. But I tell you, it's just, again, you know, you could think long and hard and come up with 100 different ones, but I think I'm going to go with the Heath Ledger, the Joker's in the Batman movie.
Yeah.
Not for the movie itself,
just for his performance.
purely for him. You know,
yeah.
I think he was brilliant. But what about you?
Okay, Unforgiven is always... I've always loved that film. Unforgiven. Yeah, coming a bit nearer. Again, it's got to be probably T2, Terminator 2.
Right. Okay.
You don't sound convinced.
I would have thought it's good.
Yeah.
I would have thought there's other movies up there. But no,
off the top of my head, I can't. I'm trying to.
Pom Pom, I think.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's just draining my brain out. Current film. I'll tell you, no. Replace T2. I'm gonna go with Top Gun because that's a bloody good film.
I think
that is
classic.
A really good film.
I'm looking forward to the new one.
Yeah, again, a bit like Bond's been delayed, isn't it? They were going to be out last year, was it? I think.
Yeah.
And I'm going to stick with old Cruise, and I'm going to go with
Penelope or Tom.
Well, both.
Yeah.
Penelope's lovely.
Yeah.
I really like his latest Mission Impossible.
Haven't seen it, George. Haven't seen it.
No, it's really, really good.
Is it?
Took me, because he sort of it's Bond and Bourne.
Yes.
The Bourne films,
stuff,
bloody good with Matt Damon.
Yeah.
But no, I sort of past couple of years got into Mission Impossible, and there's some really good films.
The one thing I will put up there, which was an HBO series, but it was like a long movie. Let's face it. It was Band of Brothers.
Yeah, I didn't.
2001. I think if we are talking like cinematography, and I will class that as a movie, if you want, but in set, it was in I think Band of Brothers is one of the greatest things ever to be shown.
Again, I've not watched it. I should do, really.
Pacific never got the accolades of that, but the Pacific was bloody good as well. The follow-up, but
Pacific Rim.
You are? Oh, good Lord. No.
You don't know what Pacific Rim is, do you?
Huh?
You don't know what Pacific Rim is, do you?
That's a geological thing, isn't it?
No.
Yes.
Well, it's a film. It is a movie.
Oh, right. No, I thought you meant the actual Pacific Rim or the whatever it is.
Well, that is a geological feature.
Yeah. But the Pacific Rim sounds like some sort of porn movie.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's basically giant robots versus giant monsters.
Right, no, but no, Band of Brothers. Band of Brothers is just amazing. But so that's the movies I think today.
Yeah.
Today. John,
oh, you can pick. Yeah, there's no end of them, but
there is.
Yeah.
Well, there we are. So. I don't know how long we've been going on.
A good old while, mate, I think.
I should. A few people have completed their journeys.
Yeah.
Returned from work.
Oh, you exactly come home as well.
I should imagine a few people have had funny looks, pretending they're on some sort of conference call, just listening in and shaking their heads. People are wondering, that's a long call. But like I said, I've enjoyed these last two podcasts, and
something we'll carry on going forward,
and we're also going to
and different folk.
We're going to have different folk on as well.
And
I'll probably do one as well in the new year with the old Fud Weasel.
Yep.
Well, let's see what his slant on everything is.
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
then you know you and I then will probably have another chat and see what's been up, you know, what we've been doing and you know what's current and what's not.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of others we could drag in and that have agreed to do so, which is all quite exciting. But yeah, like I said, today is 17th of December, Friday the 17th of December, and we are, you know, obviously as you said, it was 8
days
sleeps to Christmas.
Yeah,
or whatever,
it's next Saturday, isn't it?
Is it when it is?
Yeah, Saturday. Yeah.
Saturday the Christmas day. Is
Saturday is
right?
Christmas Day.
Well, everyone, whether you watch George's stuff, you watch mine, whether you watch Talking Point, like this, obviously you do if you listen to this, or you watch both of us. The only reason we do it is because we enjoy it, and the reason we enjoy it is because of people that follow us, isn't it? And support us, because the followers are supporters. And it does mean a lot to us. And I don't think people get told that enough on YouTube. People go, "Oh, thanks ever so much for your note," but they just say it. Yeah, we mean that, don't we? We do mean it. It's nice, as I said. It's nice the interaction, and when it's been allowed and time has allowed, it's been nice meeting people. Last year we have managed to get out and catch up with a few people, haven't we? At shows when they were on. Especially towards the end of the year, you know, time was suddenly there was that time where there's a lot of shows put on there, just like, God, everyone wanted to just get out, didn't they? I don't blame them.
No, it's good.
And I hope for a lot more of that next year. A lot more of that next year. But we don't know what's ahead of us. And whether we're in a lockdown, we'll get out of it eventually.
There's a light at the end of the tunnel.
There's always a light at the end of the tunnel, and we will do our best to keep you entertained and
informed maybe.
Informed. But like I said, whatever you're doing and wherever you are, have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas, and you know, going through, have a happy New Year. And I mean that, not just have a happy New Year. I mean it. Have a happy New Year. Have a happy new 2022. 2022.
Yeah.
You know, mad, isn't it?
It is mad.
And just be sensible. Keep your head. Be sensible. I don't know. I can't see how they couldn't have heard that, George. I felt it. In a minute, I'm going to smell it. I can't believe you did that. Okay, I'm trying to be sincere and from the heart, and then you drop your guts. I mean,
well, you got, you know.
Oh, yeah, I know.
You got to let it out, haven't you?
It's but no, I do hope people keep positive.
Keep positive in the face of farts.
In the face of adversity and George's bloody arse. No, but seriously, and thank you for your support this year.
Yeah.
And, you know, we'll continue, as I said, to try and keep you entertained next year.
Yep. If you're not dead from obnoxious fumes.
I'm just trying to see I ain't got a waffle out here. I can't believe you did
Silent the Violent.
I don't want to be. But yeah, so we have got lots lined up, and if things permit, we will get out there and film all.
Get it done, won't we?
We'll get it done, and as I said, so, and look, let's try and make an agreement that we'll do our best to get out next year and come and meet as many of you as we can.
That's all we can. That's all we can do.
That's all we can do.
For.
Just and stay positive. Stay positive. Do you know what I mean? No, but just keep
positive.
Yeah. Be positive. Have a positive.
We'll keep smelling now.
No, I just. Fucking hell, George. Jeez.
I can't smell it.
How the hell can you not smell it? No, as I said, just. Oh God! I just got downwind of that. I was just looking there. We got a plug lead go through a dog's bowl full of water.
Just check Charles, make sure she's still alive. I'm worried
all
about
the
it.
safety. We got all the safety here. Yeah. But no, seriously, brilliant. It's been wonderful. Have a brilliant Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you all.
Yeah. As I said, just have a great time. Think of those that aren't as fortunate as yourselves, because there's a lot of poor people on
Like
their
me
own.
and Mucka?
Huh?
Like me and you?
What?
We're not as less fortunate, are we?
No, we're all right, George. You think, mate?
We are.
There's a
I'm
lot
only
of people
mucking.
out there that are on their bloody own for Christmas.
Mm.
And if you do know somebody that's on their own, and they're not a miserable bastard, right? No, seriously,
Yeah.
if you do know somebody's on their own, and you can just get round and drop them in a card or something, or an invoice. Right? No, seriously, right? How are you,
Give 'em a
George?
bell,
I've seen you
yeah.
for years. You know, just,
Where's my money?
no, seriously. Just go round and see someone. I tell you what, I'll ask you all one thing to do this over this Christmas period. Go out of your way just a little bit. Try and bring a bit of cheer to someone that would otherwise wouldn't have had it.
Yeah.
As in, if it's an old person that you know down the road, they for whatever reason, even if their relatives are away and you know they can't get to them or whatever, just pop round, say, just want to bring you a card or something, or an invoice. No, but seriously, right? Or just go out your way to try and help someone. Do something, and I tell you what, in the new year, we'll ask you what you did to. I'll tell you how much that I got. That invoice. No, but no, seriously.
All seriousness.
Yeah, do something.
Take 5 minutes of your time, wouldn't it?
Go on and sit down, have
Yeah.
a chat with them. Just ask if they're all right and whatever. You know, you'd be surprised the difference that can make. Do you think I'll make? That's just to you. That's just popping around, having 5 minutes, chat with them. I mean, the world to them, can't it?
No, they make their day, wouldn't it?
Well, it can make a
Possibly.
bloody year.
Yeah.
You know. So anyway, good luck to you all, as I said, and have a great Christmas. And we will see you for the next podcast. It will be in 2022.
22, yeah.
You know.
How about that?
So there we are. Right, I think that'll do us, George, because
Yeah.
you need to go and change your trousers.
I think there's a skid mark in there now.
I can't believe you did that. We'll have to yell that on the sound. Just turn it down.
I'll turn it up.
Yeah, no, don't turn it up. It's not smother-vision. Right, that'll do us, boy.
Yeah.
You know, I've got to write this invoice out now.